Good morning. Welcome again to my channel, The Broken-Hearted Homesteader. And sorry for the camping hair, but I figured out in nature nobody really cares what your hair looks like, so it's a mess. So I wanted to share a few things that I was thinking about last night. Last night I arrived at this new campsite that I'm going to be staying at for a couple of days, and it is gorgeous here. But the trek in to get here is a 3-mile trek on literally 2 strips of dirt. And there's, I guess it floods in the spring, so there's potholes everywhere. So you literally cannot drive more than like 3 miles an hour for the 3 miles to get in here. So it's not like you can make a quick exit if you need to for any reason. So I was thinking about that last night, and you know, before I left for my trip, I was talking with a friend, and he, has legitimate worries about me. He understands that I'm going out in the middle of nowhere. I'm going to be all by myself with the dog, and I'm camping, down by the river, so maybe there's alligators. So he had this conversation with me before I left, please be careful. And he had wonderful, loving intentions, and I really appreciate those loving intentions. The problem is that all of those things that he said to me, which, are legitimate fears at times, can be for people, became stuck in my head. And so last night when I got to the campsite and we got all set up, then all of those little fears started to want to niggle around in my head as I was trying to go to sleep last night. So that's what I wanted to talk to you about this morning, is living with faith over your fears. So it would be very easy for me to listen to something like that and say, yeah, you know what? I mean, this is really dangerous to come out here and be here all by myself, and something could go wrong. Who knows what could happen out here? There could be an axe murderer that's camping right beside me, which, by the way, I have the entire campsite to myself, other than the birds and everyone that lives in the lake behind me, which I'll turn around and show you later. But this is probably my favorite campsite that I have been to so far. It is called McNeil Campsite. It's graciously provided by the Southwest Florida Water Management District. So this is a free campsite. Anyone can make a reservation here. So I am so excited that I get to take advantage of this. Look at the sun coming up. So beautiful. It's so beautiful. And that's my favorite color, green, behind me. I just love it. Anyway, so faith over fear is the idea here. So, we can choose to live our lives in the same rut that we've always lived, doing the same things we've always done, and we'll get the same results we've always gotten. And maybe we're okay with that. I lived a long time in my rut, and it took a heart attack and major health issues and lots of depression and lots of hopelessness to get here. And now, thankfully, I have come to this place where, to me, having peace and having experiences and memories is way more important than being afraid. So last night, I had moments of fear, what will I do if an alligator decides to just exit the bank right here? What am I going to do? there's no one here to help me. It's me and the alligator. So, but I'm not going to live like that. I just choose peace is more important to me than fear. So having faith that if today is my day to exit this planet, then if I do that at the hand of an alligator or a claw of an alligator or the mouth of an alligator, or if someone chooses to come and camp here and they are an axe murderer and I die in my sleep, so be it. I could have an accident on the way to the campsite. I mean, anything can happen to us at any time. And I just can't live my life afraid anymore. I can't let fear steal these glorious moments. Look at this. I am really literally in the middle of nature. Birds are singing. The air is crisp. It's 56 degrees here. I have my winter coat on this morning. It's glorious. And if I had chosen to listen to the fear, I wouldn't be here this morning. I wouldn't have my coffee and my fire and enjoying the walk that Chance and I already had this morning. So no, fear is not going to get to be a part of my life anymore. So I have some pretty exciting big plans. I'm hoping I've applied for my passport, and I'm hoping that the van and I can go on a road trip this summer. I'm hoping to visit Canada and travel back home to Ontario and get to love on the people that I miss so much. And then from there, go all the way across Canada and hopefully get up to Alaska. That's my end goal, would be to see Alaska this summer. So who knows if I'm going to get there, but I am not going to let fear stand in the way, not for one more second of my life. So, I don't know about you, but maybe, take a few minutes and think about experiences that you might be missing because you're afraid. Am I going to go bungee jumping? Probably not. I'm probably a little afraid about that. I still have a fear of heights that I haven't quite conquered. But for the day-to-day, I'm going to walk in faith that everything's going to be okay. And, my time to exit the planet is my time. And however that happens, it happens. And I'm okay with that. I am going to just fill every moment that I can with these amazing adventures and purposely living my life, being helpful and loving and kind to everyone I can be, to make their lives a little bit better with the moments that I have here. So I'm going to flip the camera around here and show you a little bit of this glorious campsite, and then we'll call it a day here and I can get to my coffee that's waiting. So let me flip you around. So this campground here only has 4 campsites. And like I said, it's a 3-mile drive in on that little tiny trek of dirt road that you see right there. So not great. But once you get here, that campsite butts up against the river. The river runs back through there, and then it runs around. There's the van and the tent. And we are literally on the riverbank here. Any closer, we probably would have floated away. So here's the river. This is my little pretend alligator right here. But it's not, it's just a stick. Totally, totally amazing. So my little fire that we built this morning to boil the water for coffee. I just use a paint can to make a rocket stove, and I cut a hole down here at the bottom so it feeds the flames, and then I just keep this container and put the kettle on top like this and boil the water to make my coffee. Chansey has had his walk and he is asleep in the van, so he will not be making his appearance this morning. So on that note, I'm gonna go enjoy my coffee, but I definitely wanted to share that with you, and I am going to spend the next couple of days having a blast and not letting fear be a part of my life, and just enjoying this beautiful scene, and whatever is meant to be will be. So I hope that you will have an amazing day and that fear will be less and less a part of your day as well. So from my heart to yours, take good care, and I will catch you next time. Bye for now.